During the last chapter, Luffy kicked the holy hell out of Urashima. And he did the same with Oldham. Like, he annihilated their asses as if it was nothing. Which I'm not surprised. But this battle was just epic. This is the thing that I love about One Piece. Sometimes a chapter can be just normal, just, basically paced, and there is this one image that will redeem the entire chapter. I really love it. Oda, god damn it, I love you, man. What's up, pirates? It's your homeboy GM, back from my vacation from Toronto at Fan Expo. If you want to see the pictures on my Instagram, the link is down below. And I'm here analyzing chapter 917 of One Piece. Before I start this review, let me just remind you that it is very important to encourage the manga industry by purchasing the official releases, because a lot of people put their hard work to make those happen. You can find them online at your local bookstore, or better yet, you can even download legally the digital versions. They are even cheaper. The cover of the chapter, we see Bellamy obviously designing a new Straw Hat flag, and it was written below that a coat that doesn't tear. I have a feeling, like I have the strong belief even that this flag that he's gonna craft is gonna be very important. Like it's gonna be something that's gonna play a key role in the adventures to come. I don't know why, but this thing, like this flag that Benami is now crafting, is gonna be symbolic for the Straw Hats and for a lot of people as well, especially those allied with the Straw Hats. We see the obvious suffering and the differences it causes in Wano between those who eat well and the poor ever since that Kaido took over. We saw some poor people, they're suffering, even children, even though they're supposed to be strong and proud of being Wano children, they are still suffering because they can't eat as they should. And we see some guy getting only 5 pieces of silver for working throughout hell and back. And of course, we see the abuse of power. We see the plantation paradise where this new character we see, Lady Speed, who is a horse Delphi user from the Smile Delphi as well. Like she got it all. Like everybody got good. I mean, Wano and not Wano, Kaido and company, but the other ones are suffering. So you see very the differences that it causes and the suffering that it causes for the people of Wano. I thought that it was just Otama that was drinking the water from the polluted river, but other kids as well. When they are just desperate, they just do that and they fall ill. And of course, the situation is becoming more severe for them. So, new character, Speed, who is a horse smile Littlefoot user. So yeah, she smells like a horse, pretty much like a centaur type of creature. Not much is said about her. I mean, we've seen just a glimpse of what she is. Apparently, she has a vision that can cover a vision that it can cover 250 degrees, which is okay, I guess. I mean, it is dope. Like it's almost completely 250 and 60 degrees. Someone's gonna exploit this 10 degree that is missing in a battle against her. But overall, not much I can say about her. But yeah, she's a centaur, grabbing all the food for herself and her gang. Yeah. Jack is back. We finally get some news from this guy. The last time we saw him, he got his ass kicked by Zoo. That trunk slap was majestic. Like this is one of those things. Like this is one of those moments in One Piece that I can never ever forget. Like among the bitch slap level, this is divine level. He is the right hand of Kaido. We already know that. But apparently, he is also the boss of the Kuri leftover town. So anything that happens to hold him, Jack is gonna have a problem with that, and he's gonna, deal the problem. But of course, Luffy, Zoro, do you really think that they give a shit about this? Hell nah. I love the counter-offensive that Zoro and Luffy had towards Oldham and the other forces. I really thought um, that Otama would have been pretty much screwed when she was held hostage by Oldham's lion's stomach called Kamijiro. Yeah, so yeah, Kamijiro held Otama in his jaw, and of course, at the slightest move, they would kill her. I don't think that that would have happened because it seems that they really needed Otama for good reason. So I think that he was all bluff. Luffy, in a matter of seconds, or in a split second, I would say, he not only beat the holy hell out of Kamijiro, but he saved Otama at the same time. And Zoro went when they were about to attack Okiku, to force it, well, not to force it, but to execute it, to show an example to the entire town. He saved her, and he really went nuts throughout the enemies. So Luffy and Zoro as a team, these two are very destructive. These guys, like, you do not want to mess with them. So when they really go all out, it's all out. You know, I really love that part where Luffy, like, he was looking at Odin and he had enough. He's like, Zoro, you deal with them with the kind of food and all that. He was like, Zoro, you deal with them. I'll deal with this guy. And it's like this instant respect and, you know, acknowledgement. Hi, Captain, I got this. So I really love that moment, even though it was short. I don't know, it was just cool for me. Them mentioned some guy that apparently he associates with Luffy, Zoro, and Okiku, a guy named Shutenmaru. I believe this guy could be Law because he was the first one to go to Wano and with the other half of the Straw Hats. So I'm guessing that he was the one who led the rebellion against Kaido in the first place. And he didn't want to get noticed and recognized, he was wearing this huge mask that we've seen near the end of the chapter when he was about to face Basil Hawkins. So I guess it's probably him. And even at that point, he's still wearing that mask because the thing that really puts him in an advantage is the fact that Wano don't get outside contact. With that said, if he keeps his face hidden, Basil Hawkins cannot recognize him, even though that, you know, they've met before. So we saw Hawkins going against the Law, being hiding in the mask. So I'm pretty sure that Shutemaru is Law actually. The chapter ends with Luffy discovering that Otama has a bruised cheek, and you know he asked her, "What happened to you?" You know, it's nothing. My cheek was just pulled up with clippers, and Luffy went rage mode, and he just annihilated the shit out of Oldham. Like he was enraged, and the chapter ended there. But this was such a beautiful moment to end the chapter. Overall, you know, I think it was a good chapter, you know, but the ending was ended on a high note. So, but other than that, it was a good chapter, I would say. What I am worried about the next chapters to come is if Luffy goes to face Jack, I wonder how he's gonna handle this. I feel like he would be better off escaping, considering that he has a lot of food to bring to the village who is really suffering. That would be a good thing to do because the last time he faced one of the top brass of Yonkon, which was Katakuri, Big Mom's son, you know, he really went through hell and back to defeat him. And Jack is probably at the same level. So I don't think that it is in Luffy's benefit to fight another top brass of a Yonko. So anyways, tell me your thoughts about this chapter, comment, rate, subscribe, share this video, much appreciated, and I'll catch you guys later. I'll catch you guys next week. In the meantime, please do me a favor for your homeboy, take care of yourselves. See ya!